Hi everyone, welcome to Must Read Monday. My name is Dabney. I'm the young adult librarian with the Twin Lakes Libraries, and I use they, them pronouns. So this is our last episode of the summer reading program 2022, Oceans of Possibilities. And for this final talk, I pulled together a bunch of books about monsters and teens with powers, however those may manifest. So these are ones I haven't talked about yet this summer. They're kind of all over the place, mostly fantasy. So to get started, we're going to talk about Percy Jackson. Probably everyone knows about Percy Jackson. And we're actually doing a Percy Jackson Day this Wednesday at the library to close out our programs. And we're going to watch Sea of Monsters on Thursday. So please come by if you're interested. We'll also have some take-home crafts for you on Wednesday. Okay, so this is the first book of the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, which is 5 books. It's called The Lightning Thief, and from here you've got a follow-up series, Heroes of Olympus, so lots to read if you're a fan. And not really going to get too much into the plot, but what you find out is Percy Jackson is a demigod, son of Poseidon, who is god of the sea. Throughout the series, he is going to meet loads of other demigods, gods, monsters, have lots of adventures, lots of battles, some of which do take place in the ocean. Which is what Sea of Monsters is about. So it is really fun, funny, lots of great characters, lots of bonding, and yeah, it's great. And so also there is going to be an adaptation, I believe on Disney Plus, of the series that people are pretty excited about. So definitely read it if you have it, and get excited. Okay, we've got some other Rick Riordan books as well. We've got Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. This is another one of his series. This is 3 books. This is my favorite series by him. I don't know, I just liked it more. But this is book 3, The Ship of the Dead. And this series follows Magnus Chase, who is son of Frey, who's one of the Norse gods. And this series is set in Boston, so like right on the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and a lot of the plots revolve around stuff that's happening at sea, including this final book of the trilogy. So kind of like Percy Jackson, Magnus Chase has to team up with some other people. I was like, what do you call them? Beings, people, to fight different, enemies and monsters and things. I was trying to remember 2 of his best friends and also kind of guardians are an elf and a dwarf, who are like some of my favorite characters in the series. So really fun, really good. And then we have a new one by him that's a standalone, Daughter of the Deep. And this follows Anna. She is a freshman at Harding Pencroft Academy, a 5-year high school that graduates the best marine scientists, naval warriors, navigators, and underwater explorers in the world. And in this book, she is, getting into the school her freshman year, making friends, and then finds out that there is this, ongoing Cold War with, what do they call it? The Land Institute. And now, everything is kind of coming to a head, and the war is starting up again, and things are getting, serious. So, I think this looks really cool. Alright, some more books. Let's see. Going from that to this, The Abyss Surrounds Us. It's a 2-book series. The main character, Cassandra, so her family basically trains these, what are they called? Genetically engineered beasts, these giant sea monsters, So they train them to go after and hunt pirates. But then Cassandra gets captured by the pirates, who have one of these monsters, like it's a little baby monster, and so she is expected to train this one to hunt the pirate hunters. So that's exciting. I did read this like ages ago, probably like 10 years ago, so my memory's like, probably not 10 years ago. I don't know how old this book is, but it was a while ago, 2016. So anyways, it's good. You should check it out. This one I thought looked really great. It's called Salt, and if you could see in the outline of the stars, there's like these tentacles coming up from the sea. This is about Indy, and he is, his family, they're like pirates, and they hunt down monsters, but then, let's see, I think his parents die, and now he's kind of got to look out for his siblings, and he wants to try and get out of the pirate life and have a better life for his siblings, and to do so they need to find this treasure that his parents hid. But like between all that is all these monsters they have to fight, and it's a lot. There's a lot going on. So I think it sounds great. I don't know. There's a lot of battling monsters going on. Then we've got Feeders. So this one is really interesting. This is actually kind of more of a sci-fi book. And I'm going to just read the summary because there's a lot going on. Lori Fisher hunts monsters, not with a sword or a gun, but with an interdimensional creature called Handler. Together they take down Feeders, aliens who prey on mankind. When Lori touches a feeder, Handler's impossibly large jaws appear and drag the beast into another dimension. It's a living, or was until a job for the Lake Foundation goes wrong, and Lori stumbles across the Knicks, a group of mutant teenagers held captive on the docks. Now the Lake Foundation is hunting Lori, and if they find Lori, they find Ben, the brother Lori would do anything to protect. There's only one thing to do: strike first. Lori teams up with the Knicks to take on Lake and to discover why the Knicks were kidnapped in the first place. But as she watches their powers unfold, Lori realizes the Knicks are nothing like her. She has no power. She has Handler. Maybe she's not the monster hunter after all. Maybe she's just the bait. So, I think that sounds amazing. Definitely want to check it out. Which, not really the same thing, but kind of the sci-fi concept makes me think of a really great series, Among Thieves by Rachel Caine. So I think that would also be a relevant pick. It's set predominantly in space, but kind of space almost feels like an ocean in that book, and you've got these like big sentient ships that are almost like space whales, that all these human teens are like traveling through space in these ships, and it's so good. It's a trilogy. It's like one of my favorite sci-fi trilogies, so definitely recommend. And yeah, that is it for our book selections. I had another one, but I'm not really sure if it quite ties in with the theme. Again, you can check out the list, our book list online, and find some other great reads. And like I said, this is our last week of summer reading programming, and then we're going to take a bit of a break before we start our after-school program. So once school is back in session, we will go back to having daily after-school in-person programs at the Hancock branch. I'm going to be taking a bit of a break from virtual programs just to get things ready for what we're going to be doing in the new school year. Yeah, hopefully you'll stop by and check out some books and let me know what you're reading. All right, bye y'all.